This video breaks down the top 5 snake morphs that every beginner should avoid and why. If you're just getting into reptiles and you're thinking about breeding, this video could save you from major headaches, expensive mistakes, or even heartbreak. So let's get into it. Number 1, spider ball python. Spider morph is one of the most controversial morphs in the ball python world because every single spider ball python, regardless of how normal it actually looks, carries a neurological defect, and it's called wobble. So what does wobble look like? It can range from a slight head tilt or full-on corkscrewing where the snake can't even strike properly or hold its head upright. As you can clearly see in this video, some seem fine when they're young, but symptoms often worse with stress, poor husbandry, or age. And here's the deal, this isn't anecdotal. A 2014 study by Rose and Williams confirmed the issue is neurological and linked to inner ear structure. It's genetic, and you cannot breed it out. If the symptoms are hidden, the gene is still there. You will have some breeders who defend this morph and will say it's manageable or that it's even harmless. But many reptile expos in the UK and Germany have outright banned it due to the animal welfare concerns. So for beginners, it's really not worth the risk. Number 2, champagne ball python. This one literally flies underneath the radar but is just as problematic. Champagne morphs are known to carry wobble-like symptoms, especially when combined with other morphs such as the spider, woma, or hidden gene woma. And if you think breeding them is the solution, think again, because champagne to champagne equals super lethal, meaning the embryos die before even hatching. They're undeveloped embryos. Now, there are some stunning champagne combos out there, but for new keepers, you're navigating a genetic minefield. Neurological issues, ethical breeding challenges, and high-risk pairings make this a morph best left to experienced breeders who understand the full genetic implications. Number 3, super black pastel, super cinnamon. These are incomplete dominant morphs. And when you breed 2 black pastels or 2 cinnamons, you get the homozygous super form. Sounds pretty rad, until you realize it often results in major physical deformities, severe kinking of the spine, duck-billed heads, bug eyes, and poor feeding response. Many responsible breeders won't even produce the super form anymore because of the ethical concerns. It's not just one bad clutch. This is a consistent and well-documented genetic issue across the entire hobby. Ball python breeding should never be about gambling with the animal's health. As a beginner, you should be sticking to morphs that are very viable and healthy. Number 4, now we're going into the boa constrictor world. IMG BCI. Increased melanin gene. IMG boas are completely stunning. They darken with every single shed, and they can be paired with pretty much every other morph out there, and the results are absolutely stunning. But here's the catch. They're not really beginner friendly. The gene is highly variable, meaning no 2 IMGs develop the same. Beginners often overheat or even overfeed them trying to enhance the dark look, both of which can stress the animal or even lead to early death. Some lines of IMG boas are also a little bit more reactive. They're not aggressive, but alert and defensive. If you're not confident in understanding and reacting to snakes' body language yet, this morph can 100% quickly overwhelm you. Absolutely amazing snakes, no doubt about it, but it's not ideal if you're still trying to figure out husbandry or even the body language of a snake. Number 5, the leopard boa. Especially in combos. The leopard morph is absolutely stunning, but it's honestly a genetic wildcard, especially when pairing with other genetics, like the IMG, jungle, and motley. Breeders and vets have documented higher risks of neurological issues, severe kinking, and stillborns in high-end leopard combos. Super leopards are especially problematic and have been associated with extreme deformities. Even in lower end morphs, temperament can be quite unpredictable. Some leopard boas are super calm, super chill. Others are flighty, defensive, or just flat out mean. For beginners looking for stable, confident, predictable animals with clean genetics, this is definitely not the morph you want to go for. Now we're gonna break down some honorable mentions. You gotta use these with caution, like the yellow flag. In ball pythons, woma carries the wobble and it can create lethal combos. Hidden gene woma, it's very difficult to ID, and same with the wobble issues. Then you have the super lesser bell complex. Some lines show bug eyes, jaw deformities. It's still manageable, but it's always good to know what you're getting into. The honorable mentions for the boas. We have the super jungle, high contrast, but twitchy, and occasionally neurologic. They have the sharp sun glow. It's absolutely stunning, but may have light-sensitive eyes or even pigment issues. In the grand scheme of it all, why does all of this matter? Because understanding morphs goes beyond just the looks of the snake. It's about ethics, health, and long-term success of that animal. Morphs affect the value of the snake, the health of the snake, and the viability of the snake. Some morphs come with built-in risks that aren't obvious until it's too late. And the absolute worst thing you can do as a new breeder or even a new keeper is chasing all the hype and what's out there, what's trending, without doing your homework. Because at the end of the day, breeding is a responsibility, it's not the lottery. And if you're buying your first or even second snake, the goal should always be stability. Start with morphs that are proven healthy and temperamentally consistent. Learn how genetics work. Learn the difference between dominant, recessive, and co-dominant. Learn what creates lethal combos. And that's how you build a strong foundation. And if you think I'm lying about all of this, here's the sources and community backing. Everything that we discussed is backed peer-reviewed studies. Rose and Williams in 2014 on Wobble. Long-term breeder reports given by Morph Market. Exotic veterinary reports about certain genes and morphs. Herpetological society guidance and ethical breeding practices. And then a community census from a bunch of forums on the internet. This is informed caution, not fear-mongering. If you have learned something new today or you have seen these morphs firsthand, drop a comment and let's keep educating the next generation of snake keepers. And if you're still unsure about what morphs are beginner-friendly, I have an entire video on breaking down the morphs for you. It's gonna be right here. See you guys in the next one.